In this video, I'm going to be going over my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. My name is Brian. Let's dig in. Here center stage on the video, you could see my portfolio. This one is called Divs. I started this portfolio September 19th, 2019 with money that I was siphoning away from my high yield savings account at Ally Bank. There's many reasons why you would start a portfolio rather than save the money in the savings. Maybe you're saving up for a house, putting it in the volatile market may not be appropriate. However, for me, with the declining Fed rates and the dropping interest percentages, I figured it's time to move forward and make my money work for me. Here we can see how much the portfolio is valued at. It's currently valued at $4,536.73. The gain was over the past month, $55.18, and the percentage return calculated off the initial investment. While a return of 1.59% in under 1 month is pretty impressive, you do have to realize that the market does fluctuate up and down, and the past couple days have been rather good. We are now going to move on to the activity tab, where you can see where I initially began my deposits September 19, 2019. I initially begun with a $1,000 deposit, followed by several other deposits. Here we have $500, $750, $500, $250, and I continue to add as time passes. Mind you, this is not money that I'm earning. This is money that I had in my savings account that I'm slowly siphoning over to my portfolio. Also contained within the activity tab, you're going to have your dividends and trading history. This trading history is automatically generated by M1 Finance based on the pie that you select with whatever companies, stocks, or ETFs you want and their respective percentage. Here you can see on this particular day, it took my $1,000 deposit and spread it amongst these dividend-paying companies. Now we're back to the activities tab. Let's elaborate on these dividends that came in. I have two dividends here in particular that came in yesterday, October 15th. Store Capital Corporation and Realty Income Corporation at $2.71 and 86 cents respectively. This money is automatically added back into your cash account. M1 Finance will automatically take money and reinvest it once it hits $10, given that it's a business day. Normally, all buys are executed at the same time in the morning. One main advantage to the M1 Finance portfolio is that you can buy fractional shares. While it doesn't seem like you can buy much for $10, it'll take this money and buy little pieces of the companies that you have pre-selected. Normally, $29 would not be able to buy you PepsiCo, but it can buy you a fraction, and that's what this software does. Now we're back to the main page of my dividend portfolio. My particular pie is called Divs because I'm investing in dividend stocks. You can immediately see that not all these slices are the same size. Some slices grow based on market conditions. You can see here Royal Caribbean is much bigger than the rest of the slices. M1 Finance will automatically invest any new money into the smaller slices, such as Clorox. I recently added Clorox because it's a great dividend paying company, but as you can see it's completely empty. As I deposit money, it'll fill up and prioritize Clorox before any others. Here on the right side, you can see all the individual slices of the pie. Not all slices are the same size. These are determined by me, and M1 Finance invests accordingly. You can see the target percentages that I designated for all these different companies. Some meet those target, some are below the target, and some are above the target. And M1 Finance invests accordingly to try to fill up those slices that are missing and not invest in those that are overweight. This particular video isn't intended to tell you what to invest in. I just picked these because these are stocks I've been watching for a long time. I believe Pfizer and AbbVie specifically are undervalued, so I have a higher target percentage dedicated to those companies. Now we're going to shed some light on the gains I have made on this portfolio over the past month. Here you can see a total of $55.18. This comprises of market gains, which is appreciation of the stock value itself, and also earned dividends. Not all these dividends have already been paid out. As you can see from my cash balance at the top, only $3.61 has been paid out. Some of these are confirmed dividends that are coming in the future. Now let's dive into one of my specific slices. I'm going to pick Realty Income Corporation because this is my biggest slice. Immediately we can see that this position almost values $400. Up here under the gain, you can see the specific information about gains for this asset. There has been $12.54 of gains, 86 of that came from earned dividends. The total return on this asset so far has been 4.07%. Down below, you can see just how many shares I own. This is great because you can keep track of the fractional shares that M1 Finance allows. You can edit your pie however you want. It's always dynamically adjusting to the percentages that you put. If you just adjust the percentages and don't put them to 0, it'll keep that position. If you put it to 0, it'll sell it. It's not recommended to set it to 0 because this will be a taxable event and you may be subject to capital gains. Like I said, you can edit this pie at any moment. You can raise or lower these percentages however you like. You can add different ETFs or different funds or even different stocks if you feel the need to. So let's work our way back to the home page and I could talk about why I'm doing this. My goal is to invest as much money as possible so I can create my own passive income stream. To further demonstrate this, let's move to my spreadsheet where I track my M1 Finance portfolio. The numbers may not be the same. That's because this information is pulled from Yahoo rather than M1 Finance. However, I punched in all my information so it could be as accurate as possible. Immediately on my portfolio, you can see the amount invested, the total portfolio value, my annual dividend, and my percent yield. The annual dividend might not seem like much right now, $153.10. However, with time and continued investment, this can grow exponentially. Portfolio growth can happen in many ways. It can happen through growth of the price of the stock itself or through growth of the dividend. A lot of these companies here listed increase their dividends annually. One important place of growth is this annual dividend. Currently, this annual dividend is reinvested back into my portfolio, earning me more and buying more shares of these individual companies. While I can take that money out, it won't make much a difference for me, but in the long run, reinvested, it is huge. While this portfolio doesn't seem like much, I do have other portfolios, specifically Robinhood. This is a little Easter egg that'll come later on. I'll share that portfolio. But that's not the same portfolio as this. This is strictly dividend investing. My Robinhood is far more speculative, and I have a lot more tech and growth stocks. I would like to take a second to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you were able to learn something, and I want to continue this journey. Please give me a thumbs up and continue following along. I intend to deposit at least $500 bi-weekly, and you guys get to see my rewards.